on, y'all, and let's get into our next topic, which is Camila Cabello. I mean, she is kind of boring, part of this girl, where she's speaking on the fact of when she released I Love It. There was a lot of I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I will say that song did grow on me after a while, but I will agree. I was in that same category of people when I heard this song, like, okay, now you out here trying to be Charli XCX so damn bad. And so yeah, she is addressing the comparisons in regards to their career of how she was compared to Charli XCX. Then why is my picture so blurry? I don't know. Okay, now it's unblurred. I was like, what's going on with my photos? But anyway, let's get into it. So, shout out to Rolling Stone for this story. So, it said almost been a year since Camila Cabello launched her album CXOXO, Gossip Girl, with her hyperpop, left of center single, I Love It. At first, it was hated by many, but now it's become somewhat of a cult favorite. In a new interview with Dork Magazine Friday, what do y'all be coming up with these damn shows? Cabello admitted she felt hurt by the comparisons to Charlie XCX and the negative reaction to the song when she dropped it. At the time, some fans of Charlie claimed that Cabello was trying to tap into Charlie's style as she started to roll out her own brat era. Charlie even fanned the flames by mimicking a video Cabello posted to I Love It with her own I Got It in the background, which, if you really think about it, those songs do kind of sound similar. And when I heard I Love It, I actually thought about I Got It because I told you I've been a fan of Charlie's long before this whole brat era. True Romance is like one of my favorite Charlie records. So she said, it crushed me, said Cabello, who admitted that she ended up spending a lot of time on social media. I don't know how other artists do it because the negative stuff really depresses me. It was very weird, intense time, and I started disassociating, which has only happened very few times in my life. Now, many online users reacted negatively to the song's foray into an experimental sound, starkly different from the radio-friendly sound of her hits Senorita and Havana, but she said she was simply being myself in the album. Saying, quote, in the beginning, I was hurt and felt shitty about the reaction, but I felt like I'm open to hearing positive things that I like that now. I'm still processing everything. Even if nobody liked it, I'd still love this record because I only did it what felt great to me. But knowing that other people have connected to this music does make me feel understood. I don't know if I've had that before. The things I was writing about for this record are more complex and there is more tension, which doesn't always lend itself to easily palatable pop. Unless it's a song like I Love It, I guess. I do want to always push myself as a writer, though. Now, Cabello, who said to hit the road on her new European tour, said that performing the songs at festivals last year was everything to me. I've never felt like that before. It's not a career move either. It's a soul move. I know there are a lot of people excited about the tour, but really it's for me. And remember, she had that whole situation. Y'all had her performing in arenas and the shit was practically empty. It literally looked like you were like her arena shows literally looked about had the same amount of audience that would actually going out seeing this new Snow White movie. Like, where the people at? Where my people at? Where my people at? Like, y'all just didn't show up. And to me, I feel like Camilla, yeah, you've been out here putting out these solo songs, but do the festival circuit, what you've been doing. You're about to do your tour over in Europe. I'm thinking that for the most part, the European audience is probably resonating with your music way more than in the American market. The American audience haven't really been sold on Camila Cabello or who she really is. Quiet as it's kept. In the beginning, when I was hearing about her and stuff, I felt like she was just some girl still trying to find herself, and she's going through a bit of an identity crisis. It's like, yeah, I mean business now because you bleach your hair blonde and you start throwing a couple of curse words and you start popping your coochie and dressing half naked. This is usually the MO for a lot of these girls when they want to go through their transitional period. They think I gotta slut it up a little bit. I gotta curse. Oh yeah, I'm not a little girl no more. See, I'm grown. Mind you, they pushing 30 and you got them out here doing this. But and I'm all for experimentation. I'm all for taking chances on your career and on your music if it feels authentic. And it's no shade, but I just felt like I wasn't authentically getting Camilla from this era of music. Now, outside of I Love It, I will say this. You don't get a whole lot of hyperpop off of CXOXO. And I listened to that album and I listened to the deluxe. I felt like and funny enough, halfway through those albums, I had to turn it off. But I will say, because it just wasn't giving me what I needed sonically and creatively. I just felt like it just wasn't working for me. But I will say that I did watch her concert that she did at a festival, I think it was in Brazil. Excuse me, where there was like a live concert special that she did on Apple TV Plus. And me having Apple TV, I was like, let me watch it. And I thought she did a good job as a performer. Like the songs were good, were cute. The little bicycle thing and the camera work and all other stuff they were doing. It was like they were experimenting with these different little visual things. Like it was cute for what she's doing. And I realized she's still trying to, I guess, figure out what her thing is. And I feel like in this day and age in the music, you should allow artists to try to figure out who they are and experiment. Well, not figure out, because, child, there's a lot of money that's going around that y'all burning in regards to trying to figure out your shit. But if you're going to make music, let them experiment. Let them try different things. If you fall on your ass and you get up and you try something else, and let these artists be artists. But for the most part, it was like, yeah, it looked like you were just trying to see what was popping in what other people were doing and was just trying to pass it off as your own thing. Because it is a bit stereotypical that you got a Spanish girl. Oh, you need to do Senorita. You need to do more songs like that. And Havana. It's like, I'm much more than being a Latina artist. Why do I have to everything has to be mira music? It's like, I should be able to do other things besides the type of sound that you think, oh yeah, let me just lean more into my Latin roots. It's like, I can do that. But I like other things as well. And so let me experiment with other sounds and not just think just because I'm Latina, that's the only type of music I should be doing. So, you know, I should wrap this up by saying that while she was hurt by the comparisons to Charli, she did celebrate the dominance of women artists in pop music, including Charli, Chappell Roan, and Olivia Rodrigo, saying, "It's been one of the most exciting times for girls in pop music. We're allowed to be more than the sexy vixen. We could be what women really are, which is complicated, layered, and a lot of different things at once. Pop music is so much more interesting because of that." And that's why I agree with, because pop people just kind of look at pop music as sort of like this throwaway, but I disagree. I think pop music is the one place where you're allowed to be complex, to show that you are multi-layered, to show that, you could be a multitude of different things, because in pop music, it allows for experimentation in regards of what it is you want to say as an artist, and what you want to, experiment with how you sing certain songs, how you approach the music, how you write certain things. Like you go wherever, like with Lady Gaga talking about like now, but she said in the beginning of her career, she was all about trying to be like, I need to be in control of this, and this. And I always said, no, the older you get, trust and believe, it's now about instinct. It's like, when I listen to this song, where is it pushing me to go, rather than me trying to force it to go into this specific direction? I'm going to allow the music. I'm going to feel what the sonically what the music is telling me, and I'm just going to allow the universe to just guide my hand and this pen to be able to write what it needs to write in regards of what the music is, where the music is channeling me to go. So I get on that part, but yeah, I still feel like in so many ways, like when it came down to Camila, I wasn't really feeling a lot of the music. Hopefully, she figures out who she is, but I just feel like, yeah, she's still going through a bit of an identity crisis. And one of these days you will find who you are as an artist. But in the meantime, I want to hear from you all. What do you guys think of this story in regards of Camila saying that she felt she was in her feelings in regards of y'all sitting here comparing her to Charli XCX? Now look, Charli ain't the only one out here doing hyperpop, and she is not the only one that should be out here doing that sound. But if you are going to jump into the whole hyperpop space, you have to be able to find your sound and what works for you, and not be trying to regurgitate what somebody else is doing successfully. So I want to hear from you all. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.